DW Documentary, A Legacy of Insight, DW Documentary. It's a name synonymous with in-depth reporting, global issues, and thought-provoking content. From the slums of Mumbai to the halls of power in Washington, DW cameras have captured it all. Millions tune in, eager to understand the complexities of our world through the lens of these documentaries. But recently, a shadow has fallen over DW's reputation. Whispers of bias, sensationalism, and manipulation have begun to surface, casting doubt on the very integrity of their reporting. The allegations are serious, striking at the heart of what documentary filmmaking should be, a quest for truth. Critics point to a pattern of skewed narratives where facts are seemingly handpicked to fit a predetermined agenda. Headlines scream for attention, often at the expense of nuance and balance. The result? A distorted view of reality, where complexity is sacrificed on the altar of a good story. The question is, are these accusations justified? Is DW Documentary guilty of manipulating the truth, or are they simply victims of their own success, targeted by those who disagree with their perspective? Over the next few sections, we'll delve into the heart of these controversies, examining the evidence and hearing from both sides of the debate. Our goal: to equip you, the viewer, with the tools to critically evaluate DW's content and form your own informed opinion. Bias. It's a word thrown around a lot these days, often used as a weapon to discredit opposing viewpoints, but in the world of journalism it's a serious accusation, one that can erode trust and undermine credibility. So when critics accuse DW Documentary of bias, it's essential to examine the claims carefully. At the heart of the issue is the allegation that DW's documentaries often present a one-sided view of complex issues.
Critics argue that certain ideologies or political perspectives are given preferential treatment, while opposing viewpoints are minimized or even ignored. This, they claim, creates a distorted picture of reality, one that aligns with DW's alleged agenda. Specific examples cited include documentaries on climate change, economic inequality, and international conflicts. Critics point to instances where data is selectively presented, expert opinions are cherry-picked, and dissenting voices are silenced. The result, they argue, is a narrative that lacks balance and objectivity, leaving viewers with an incomplete and potentially misleading understanding of the issue at hand.
DW, for its part, vehemently denies these accusations. They maintain that their documentaries are the result of rigorous journalistic standards with a commitment to accuracy, fairness, and impartiality. They argue that their goal is not to promote a particular ideology, but to shed light on important global issues and spark meaningful conversations. In the crowded marketplace of online content, attention is currency. A catchy headline, a provocative image, a shocking statistic. These are the tools of the trade designed to grab your attention and keep you glued to the screen. But when does the pursuit of clicks and views cross the line into sensationalism, and at what cost?
Critics argue that DW Documentary often falls prey to the allure of sensationalism, prioritizing viewership over journalistic integrity. They point to headlines that are deliberately provocative, designed to evoke strong emotions and draw viewers in, regardless of whether the content lives up to the hype. This, they say, is particularly problematic when dealing with complex and sensitive issues. Headlines that scream for attention can oversimplify nuanced debates, reducing them to simplistic good versus evil narratives. They can also fuel misinformation and prejudice, confirming existing biases and making it harder to engage in constructive dialogue.
DW, in response, argues that their headlines are simply reflective of the important and often shocking realities they are reporting on. They maintain that their goal is not to sensationalize, but to engage viewers with stories that matter. Section 4, Anecdotal evidence, powerful stories, incomplete picture. Stories have the power to move us, to connect us, to make us feel. They can personalize complex issues, putting a human face on statistics and bringing abstract concepts to life. But can relying too heavily on anecdotes paint an incomplete picture of reality?
This is the question at the heart of the debate surrounding DW Documentary's use of anecdotal evidence. Critics acknowledge that personal stories can be powerful, but argue that they should not be presented as representative of broader trends or systemic issues. They point to instances where DW documentaries rely heavily on individual narratives, without providing sufficient context or data to support the generalizations being made. This, they argue, can lead to the oversimplification of complex issues and the reinforcement of stereotypes. For example, focusing solely on the story of a single individual who has overcome poverty may not accurately reflect the systemic barriers and challenges faced by others in similar situations.
DW, in their defense, argues that personal stories are essential for humanizing complex issues and making them relatable to viewers. They maintain that their documentaries are carefully crafted to ensure that individual anecdotes are presented alongside factual information, expert analysis, and a range of perspectives. Section 5. Shaping the narrative. Critics have raised concerns about how DW documentary might be shaping narratives through selective storytelling.
They argue that by choosing specific stories and omitting others, DW could be presenting a skewed version of reality. This selective approach to storytelling can influence public perception and potentially lead to biased conclusions. Critics emphasize the importance of presenting a balanced view that includes multiple perspectives and voices.
DW documentary, however, asserts that their editorial choices are guided by a commitment to truth and journalistic integrity. They argue that their goal is to highlight underrepresented issues and voices rather than to manipulate the narrative. Section 6. Case studies in contention. Let's take a closer look at some specific DW documentaries that have sparked debate.
As a viewer, I have mixed reactions to DW's content. On one hand, their documentaries are incredibly engaging and informative, but on the other hand, I sometimes feel that they might be oversimplifying complex issues. For instance, in a documentary about climate change, the focus was heavily on individual actions, which, while important, seem to downplay the role of larger systemic factors.
These case studies highlight the ongoing tension between storytelling and comprehensive reporting. While personal stories can be compelling, they must be balanced with broader context to ensure a full understanding of the issues at hand. Section 7. Engaging with the content. It's not enough to passively consume media. Active engagement is crucial. Leave your thoughts in the comments section and join the conversation. Share your perspectives, question the narratives, and contribute to a more nuanced discussion. By subscribing to our channel, you'll stay updated with more insightful documentaries that delve into the complexities of our world. Together, we can foster a community that values informed dialogue and critical thinking. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family to spread awareness. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this documentary and add it to your watch list for future reference. Section 7. Navigating the labyrinth of information. In today's media landscape, viewers are bombarded with information from countless sources. Navigating this labyrinth requires critical thinking and a discerning eye. It's essential to question the narratives presented and seek out multiple perspectives to form a well-rounded understanding of the issues. DW documentary, like all media, plays a role in shaping our perception of the world. It's up to us, the viewers, to engage with the content thoughtfully and critically.